So life before Atmantan is something that one only realizes when one comes to Atmantan, because you always feel living in the city life that everything is great and things are going good and you don't really need any kind of detox, so to speak. But it's only after I came to Atmantan then I realized that there's so much more to life than what we are living. And after my whole journey with cancer and the whole treatment, the radiotherapy and the fancy diets that I had followed at that time, slowly I felt that after any kind of journey you always fall back into the same rigmarole that you were into before something like this happens. But when I came to Atmantan is when I realized that you don't necessarily have to have a condition to be able to detox, to be a perfect candidate for detox, because the kind of stress that we have in city lives, I have an exceptionally stressful life. There's like many-fold to my dimensions to my work life. There are kids, there is family life, and then to top it all is the diet. We feel that we're following a very good diet, but it's only when I spoke to the doctors here at Atmantan that I realized that the mistakes that I was making in my diet. So when I came here, they did a full body composition analysis, which told me, how much is my fat percentage, how much is the muscle mass, what is the basic problems that I have with my health, which I didn't even realize. So things like bad sleep quality, things like gut issues that I have, all those things were minutely dissected by the doctor here. And I was told that, these are the things that I'm doing wrong in my diet, and these are the things which I should exclude completely. These are the things which I should include. So I think all in all, I feel that 3 days of detox here, it's not just 3 days, because it's not just about what they tell you here, but it's about how you can make that change a part of your life, so that even when you go back to the city life, you're able to incorporate all those changes in your everyday living. And that is the idea, that is the thought that I'm taking back with me when I go back to Mumbai. And talking about diet, so I had certain reservations to begin with, where I felt that, how can a doctor who's just met me understand my entire body type and tell me what is good for me and what is bad for me. And one has lived a life for so many years and one feels that, oh, I know my body the best. But I think I was in for a pleasant surprise when I met the doctor here, and it's very nice the way they're not rigid about it. There is a very sweet strictness to the routine that is followed and the diet which is prescribed to you. So they gently tell you that this is why this is better for you. So you try this for a few days. If it doesn't work for you, we'll work on it with you together. And I think that's the most beautiful part of it, because it's not like a doctor-patient relationship where somebody will tell you, okay, these are the meds which you have to eat and you have to eat it or die. So it's more like, let's work on it together and let's understand what your problem is, and let's see what are the things that you like to eat and what are the things that you don't like eating. And that was great. And I also felt that even though the food it's very different from the kind of food that I eat in Mumbai, I felt that they take very conscious efforts to ensure that the food prepared is tasty for the person who's eating, because otherwise, I think food is such an integral part of our lives, and if the meal that we're eating is not tasty, it kind of defeats the purpose, at least for me. So to eat healthy food which is tasty is something which was very new to me. Other than that, the treatments, the therapies which were done, they were so amazing. And every time I entered the room for a therapy, the therapist explained why we are doing this, because you have this problem, this is why we are doing this, these are the benefits you will see from this therapy. And I think at a certain level, if in your mind also you believe what is the benefit that you're going to achieve with this therapy, you kind of work in sync, your body works in sync with your mind. And I think it's very helpful, because your body achieves what your mind believes, and if you know why you're doing it, it has that much more benefit. So the biggest takeaway that I have before I leave Atmantan is that nothing happens overnight. Nothing is, it's not magic. And if you don't really believe in something, it won't work on your body. So it's very important that you believe what you're doing and you work in sync with your own body to make the changes happen that you want. That is there. And also, while you're here, everybody is taking care of you. There are a lot of people here to take care of you. But you have to learn and incorporate those things in your life, and that is what I'm taking away with me. And there are certain things which I have decided I'm going to not I'm going to like exclude from my diet, and certain things which I'm going to include in my diet and see a change, a long-term change in my health. And for all those people who are visiting Atmantan, I would just like to say that we all are used to a certain lifestyle back at our homes, but when we come here, it's so important to have an open mind, because if you don't have an open mind, you'll not receive the kind of wellness which is being offered to you over here. And that, I think, is my biggest suggestion. So I've seen other people also complain about wanting certain things, wanting to eat certain things, for example, and I am also one of them. Like, I had a big reservation with not having caffeine, but if the point is that if you come here, even if it's for 3 days or 7 days or 14 days, if you cannot make that change, then what is the point in you coming here? Because you'll not experience the wellness in the entirety. So that is the biggest advice that I can give you.